I'm Vietnamese descent. I came over here 32 years ago from Vietnam, sponsored over from my aunt's side of the family. And I always grew up in the restaurant industry. So my parents have always had restaurants, my aunts have always had restaurants. So this was a natural sort of lifestyle choice for me as I got older. And you know, growing up, always being influenced by food, always enjoyed Vietnamese food. My parents had a Chinese restaurant. And as they got older, they got into the Japanese cuisine. So that was my first introduction into Japanese cuisine. When I was probably about in high school, they opened up a Japanese restaurant. And I remember having sushi for the first time, and I was like, wow, it's so amazing how fresh it is and how bright the flavors and how clean and simple things are. And that's sort of how my career began. You know, it sort of molded who I am and where I am today. So I decided to become a chef probably around 18, 19 years old. I got to visit a very famous restaurant in New York called Nobu. And that was sort of my first time I had this eye-opening experience eating at Nobu, New York. And it was incredible. Again, having those fresh flavors, using so much citrus and herbs to enhance the fish. It's something that I've never experienced before. So in that moment, I said to myself, I want to cook like this. This is how I want to cook as a chef. You know, when you're just a chef, I think you know how to cook. And being a good restaurateur or being a good leader at the end of the day, because ultimately, you know, first you start at learning, and then you start to develop and become the person you are as a chef. And then when you're past that, you become a teacher. So I'm somewhere in that phase, not necessarily maybe at the height of my career yet, where I'm to be the teacher, but yeah, I definitely think that as I progress as a chef, as a person, I want to be a really great teacher, a good restaurateur who can oversee all aspects of the restaurant, not just the cooking aspect. Sometimes just finding the help, the right people that understand your vision, understand your passion, and being receptive to that. You know, that can be difficult, especially where we're located in Oviedo. You know, if we were in Winter Park or downtown, it'd be a little bit different. I think there's a little bit more of a pool of good quality work. But here it tends to be a little bit harder to pull people from you know, the neighboring cities to come out to Oviedo to work. It's immediate gratification. So it's very few jobs where you can make something, present it to somebody, and then see their reaction right away. So it's really neat to see that, and you know, just to see the smile and the appreciation for what you have done and what you've created. Well, the must-have ingredient, we use a lot of fish sauce. So definitely some good fish sauce, good salt. I guess at the end of the day is very important. My most useful tools are obviously my knives. You know, you can't cook well without a good sharp knife. My wife is a vegetarian, so most of the meals that I do cook at home are vegetarian. I eat a little bit of meat at home, but for you know, the most part, we eat a lot of vegetables. And the cuisines are all over the place. We cook Mexican, we cook Italian, we cook everything that we don't cook here, essentially. Our restaurant is inspired by Japanese pop culture. That's where the pop comes from. I got to visit Japan about 8 or 9 years ago, and I visited Tokyo specifically, and in Tokyo, Tsukiji Fish Market. And I also visited other prefectures, one being Harajuku. And Harajuku is really sort of the inspiration for the restaurant. It's bright, it's young, it's hip, it's edgy. So we said that we did a restaurant. We wanted the restaurant to be inspired by this environment, by this movement, by this feel, you know, this edginess. So that's what Sushi Pop is. Well, we hope that you know, you always have a great time, that the food not only impresses you, but that it's fun, that you know, you get to have something that you haven't had before. So for us here, the food isn't just sustenance, but it's an experience. Fish, like Eric Rupert says, fish is the star of the plate. So everything that we do here is to highlight that freshness, and every sauce, every herb that we use is just to enhance the flavor of the fish. Hi, my name is Chef Chau, and welcome to Sushi Pop. We're located at 310 West Mitchell Hammock Road, among celery fields and sod farms and Oviedo chickens. But we specialize in sushi. Come out and check us out. We have some really fresh fare coming in from Skiji Fish Market.